Okay, so this is what we're gonna work on today. Here we go. So, like kind of an effect where an image is going through letters, and not just that, because you've probably seen that before, but where also it's like a little bit's kind of protruding up. Okay, so you want to think, and it should match, right? Like I showed you an example yesterday of an M with a mountain, and this is a more obvious example: New York City with the New York City skyline, and yeah, so watch me go through it, and when I'm done, you're gonna think about what kind of image you want to use for that. So here we go. So, and also maybe if you're using one letter, you want more of a square canvas, and if you're using like three letters like this, maybe you want more of a landscape canvas. Okay, hey guys. So I'm gonna go. I'm making mine 16 by. I'm sorry, 20 by 12. So bigger width and height. So it's I get like a you know more of a landscape look. So here we go. First things first, I gotta obviously type my letters NYC. I'm gonna make this much larger. And there we go. And you want the letters, in my opinion, you want the letters to touch. But this is a little too much. So let me go here. Let me adjust. I'm going to highlight this. And there's a little thing called tracking over here on the right. I'm going to adjust this a little bit. See, that's too much. And that's not good. I want them touching a little bit. It kind of makes a cool effect. Now the N, oopsie daisy, the N is touching the Y, but the Y is not touching the C. But I like how the N and the Y is, but I don't like how the C is. So I'm going to just individually highlight this and then adjust that a little bit. There we go. Looking good, looking good. I'm going to go with it. I could probably sit here and tweak that even more. You know what? I'm going to be OCD. And one more tweak. I'm just going to go a little bit wider. There we go. Very nice. I'm leaving it there. Okay, now I'm going to grab my image, which I already have set up. So I'm going to drop it in here. Check it out. I'm going to lower the opacity only so I can see through it. Only it's going to give me a little sneak preview of how it's going to look. You're going to change it later, but just so I can see where it's going to fall. Like I got the Empire State Building over here, but I have this building here. These are kind of cool. If I had the Empire State, then I kind of would miss the other big one. I want the other big one. So I'm going to hit Command 0 just to realign my canvas. And I think that's about right. Let me make it a little smaller. And then, oh, that's pretty cool. I got a mix of everything. There we go. I don't want it to be too high because it'll be awkward if nothing's. You want the letters fully covered, otherwise it's going to be a little awkward. So I'm going to go with this. I'm arrow keying, arrow, arrow, arrow. There, enter. Nice. Get the opacity back up now. Sweet. Okay, check it out. I want to separate the buildings from the sky. Okay, I'm gonna go over here to Object Selection Tool. I'm gonna see how well this works. Oh, I don't want. No, that's weird. No, let's try that. Let's try Object Selection. Q. What's selected? No, I don't want that. That's not good. So Command D. That's not a good selection for me. I'm gonna try Quick Selection. Oops, I missed Command D. Quick Selection. I'm gonna draw a circle around all the buildings. How well is this gonna work for me? Not well at all. Command D. I'm going to try. Let's try. None of these are working that well for me, unfortunately. I'm going to go quick selection. I'm going to make it bigger. I'm going to bracket key my quick selection up. This should be quick. There we go. This is working much better. There we go. Okay. I'm going to bracket it down a little bit. You're going to have to get small depending on your image. Don't miss any buildings. I'm going to need a Command plus. And then a space bar. Oh, come on. There we go. So I'm going to hit Q, check my work. See, I want the tips of these buildings in there, okay? So I'm going to bracket this way down and add these to my selection. That's really sloppy. I'm going to fix this. I'm going to hit... So now I'm going to take what is selected and make a new track out of it. Command, what is that? Anyone remember? Command J, okay? So I got a separate track here with just that, okay? Not looking too hot yet. Actually, it almost looks kind of cool. It could almost stop there, but I won't. Okay, I'm going to right-click my lower track, okay? Option click, or I'm sorry. There we go. I'm going to go to create clipping mask. Okay. Check it out. Now it's looking more interesting. Okay. I'm going to come up here to my top layer. I'm going to hit the layer mask option. Okay. Come back to my main layer, zoom out a touch. Go to my eraser. Now I'm going to just erase. Oopsie, there we go. Oh, you got to rasterize it. Yeah. I'm going to bracket my eraser a little bigger. And erase what I don't want. And it's not. Oops, I'm on the wrong layer. Sorry about that. Yeah, you want to be I'm sorry, you want to be on your top layer. My bad. I'm going to erase what I don't want, but I'm not going to erase everything, okay? I'm just going to erase some stuff on the outside. What you decide to erase is up to you, okay? I'm going to erase everything kind of like under the tops of the letters, okay? I'm going to selectively decide what I want to take out. I want it to be really obvious what the letters are. I don't want anyone to even have a split second of who can't read it. I'm going to bracket the smaller, get rid of that dot there. Oh, that's just a smudge on my screen. That's looking good. I'm going to actually I'm going to leave this part right here. And you can see my subpar, masking. Maybe I can even bracket my eraser way down and clean up my work just a teeny bit. I'm kind of faking good masking by just erasing what I don't want. But you know what? You know what, class? If you get this nice and skinny, check it out. You can clearly see there's sky in there. You can clearly see I didn't do a great job. But if we zoom out, no one's the wiser. Okay, I can clean up that one too. And that's it. And that is my New York City skyline. You know, I could have maybe used a different part of the photo. I could have maybe chosen to not erase certain things. There's a whole number of options I could have played with on this, okay? But that essentially is the assignment, okay? Obviously, it's much more impactful if you choose a picture and letters that all match and make sense to you. So that's it. Thank you very much.